Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 53 of this Let's Play Crusader Kings II, The March of the Vikings. In the last episode, our offensive down here for Pomerania has begun. We have taken Wolgast and Stettin, and we are currently working on Slupsk and Gdansk. And yeah, we should be able to beat them relatively easily, I think. I mean, we do have a couple of people fighting against us, but I don't think the Slavic pagans have any holy orders that they can throw against us, so this should be a somewhat easier offensive. We're already about to take the fortress over there. Are you still moving? You may as well just go home, to be honest, because you're not going to reach anywhere on time. Gotland's getting more troops. We do have a large Pomerania army up there, but I don't really know what you're intending to do with that. Sigrid just died a very loud death. We have a loyalist. Judmund is my heir. Awesome. Okay, so we need a new Spymaster. Kolbjorn looks to be a pretty good choice. You are loyal. In fact, I'm going to make you a little bit more loyal by making you a herdman. Congratulations. And then with that, I think I'm going to send you off to study technology in the Byzantine Empire. Marvellous! Important decisions, seek treatment. Yes, I could still do that. What is my ambition again? Was it to make money? It was totally to make money. And as a kingdom, I need 700. So maybe it's time to go raiding after this for a while, because we're going to have some threat that we're going to need to burn off. Not much, I admit, but some. And I would quite like to go after, for example, Suomi in the near future. You're marching back south, but you're not going to be there in time, I don't think. Because I think that this should be the last holding. Yes, it is. Jolly good. So maybe we will need to fight a battle against those guys. You do have 5,000 men here, which is somewhat worrying. Upper and Lower Silesia are coming out. And there we go. It is not, in fact, a 100% war score. We'll wait until they've arrived in Slupsk, and then we'll go and attack it. We'll keep our ships nearby so that we can make a run for it if we need to. At very short notice, we're taking a boatload of attrition. Crikey, I had not quite realised how bad that was. Just need to get a few victories against these guys. You're coming in with mostly light infantry, some heavy infantry. I think we'll be okay. We do outnumber you still. I think I'm going to put Iper in charge of the main army, and Arnie on the right, Rolfer on the left. So we have slightly better commanders now. Children lack education focus. Idolizer, indolent, playful. Yeah, you're a diplomat, I think. Right, so we're going to fight one more battle and then we're going to run for it. We should be able to win this one. I'd be somewhat surprised if we lose. Who are you? Pictland's declaring war on me. What CB? Under whose authority? Alright, we'll deal with you when we've dealt with these idiots. So my army is kind of small right now. As she's growing older, I can see Ingjera could use some guidance in my experienced areas. You are no direct relation, so I'm sorry, but I don't really care. More reinforcements coming in. How are we losing this fight? Yes, you outnumber us slightly, but I have way better troops. We're definitely going to need to run before this arrives. After being skillfully treated by my court physician, Sambor, my brother Hawker, is feeling much better. Perhaps he's deserving some praise. Yes. Yes, he is. Okay, so this army is about to arrive, so we're going to make a run for it at Lorgast. Tell the ships to meet us in Lorgast and we'll just run. You're totally not winning the war. You're winning it right now, but you're not going to win overall. Corbion is concerned about his non-inheriting sons. I don't really care about your non-inheriting sons, if I'm quite honest with you. I give you gastric land. I really don't want to give you gastric land. So, no. Bug off. 7,000 men. That's mental. I think I'm going to have to wipe peace out against these guys because we're at war with Pictland. I have no idea how many troops these guys are going to be throwing at us. $3,000 or so, apparently. How on earth have you managed to raise 5,000 men in Pomerania? That sounds like 2 tribal armies, but you did not have the prestige for that, and you still don't. So how have you raised those tribal armies? They cost 500 prestige each. I don't like that. Right, I'm going to get on the ships. I'm going to head home. Just. And then I think I'm going to disband my armies and then raise them again. That send the mercenaries off? Yes. 3 retinues? Is that right? Do I have 3 or 4? 3. There's the Pictish army. I do wish there was a way of saying don't rise up in X locations. Maybe if you hold shift or something you do it, I don't remember. I think there is a way of guaranteeing that. But like that's just some free war score that they've just gained. Anti-papacy of Pope Honorius IV has ended. Good for Pope Honorius. So what is the CB here? Scottish Holy War for Nidaros. You're going after Nidaros? That's not good. I need Nidaros. We should be able to win this fight though. We have inherited this county of Stettin. I don't really want the county of Stettin. Someone else can have it. Not a ruler. More military people. Chancellor of Dorplat. Yeah, you sound fine. We'll give you County of Stettin with lower titles. Go. Congratulations. %. I just don't know which way the war score is going to go. Like, once we lose this province, what's going to happen? Goes down to 42. Alright, we'll wipe peace out. With you, very irritating. You're going to be putting a full 3,000 men in that province, I assume. Well, that's fine. I should be able to raise a pretty decent army myself. I've noticed Jarl Gunnar's hard work and everyone seems to like him. I'm deciding between having my marshal heighten the morale of troops and try to recruit more soldiers. I'll go for the morale. Especially as we're about to fight a battle. What kind of army are you leading? Mostly light infantry once again. You do have a lot of archers though. We go try and... Oh, I didn't realise that was blocked. Bugger! So Nidaros might well fall before we even arrive in that case. Might as well get some more men. The Joms Vikings. Boom! A band of fierce Vikings have established a warrior brotherhood in Stettin along the Baltic coast. Based in a castle known as Jomsburg, the Joms Vikings were devoted to Thor, Odin and the other Norse gods. They brook no quarter on the battlefield and will permit only the strongest and ablest warriors amongst their number. Though there are those who would dismiss them as simple brigands, the Joms Vikings have vowed to defend all Norse lands being encroached by Christendom or other foreign religions. Their place in Valhalla is assured. In fact, this is a religious war, so I could raise them. I think I probably will. Holy Order. They cost 200 piety. I have boatloads of piety. 1,000 light infantry, 4,000 heavy infantry, 1,000 archers. And yes, they have the barony of Jomsburg. And if you happen to die airless, then I'll probably give them Stettin and Wolgast and allow them to establish themselves down there. Actually, I'm going to let you keep your armies for the moment. Oh, you want to join the war? Of course, go for it. Now, does that count as just a baronet? No, that counts as the full number. Nice. Oh, we've reached our vassal limit. That means I need to make another Jarl, probably. Right, let's go and squish these guys. The vassal Corbion of Heidmark is arguing with his wife. She seems quite upset and they are screaming at each other. They don't even notice I'm watching. Are you the guy of Stettin? No, Heidmark. Why do I care? I don't. I'm pleased to hear that after a period of peace and shrewd management, the county of Gastricland is doing very well. People are happy and tax collectors are reporting incomes. We are fighting in the mountains, but we have a much stronger army. Killed one guy, killed 800. Ooh, we captured... Hang on, did we capture their... No, it wasn't their king. It was, however, a pretty important victory. You are running all the way to somewhere. May as well send the ships over there, then we can hopefully intercept them. Really? You attack the Joms Vikings? That's not a good idea. Just saying. Right, let's go make sure these idiots don't manage to loot my home province. Skilled tactician. Good stuff. You are not a direct daughter, but you are someone I could marry off. Cool. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling as tired. Get over it eventually. So what happens if I win a peace here? He loses 100 gold, piety and prestige. I gain piety and prestige, and we gain moral authority, and the Catholics lose moral authority. Cool. Did we lose some for losing that one fight? Lost Holy Wars, -6. Yes. But we're about to win one, so... good. And you need guidance. You are brooding, haughty and conscientious. Brooding, conscientious, haughty. You're actually a pretty good steward. 1 negative, 2 positives. That will do. We've beaten over Visborg. Oh, not George. Peasants and gastric land. Great, thanks. Let's get on the ships and then head over to Pict land and raid. Oh no. Boom. Hi! The nobility of the Vikings is just so awesome. Right, jump back on the ships and let's go take their capital out. I mean, the downside of the Om's Vikings being controlled by the AI is they're currently just stomping around in the mountains, suffering massive attrition. Let's go take their capital. Education focus. We need Fussy, Idolizer, Curious. Fussy, Idolizer, Curious. We're going to make you a learning. You already have high learning. That will do. Cool. Arrange marriage from Chudmund. You want to marry 2 Vikings together. It kind of depends how far apart they are. I mean, we have been playing for, what, 200 years, so it's possible that the branches are fairly spread out by this point. But I don't want inbreeding. Which is why we need to bring in some new blood. Ooh, you're quick. Yeah, alright then. Seeing as Chudmund's my heir, then he's probably somewhere in the line of succession that's relatively high. Stuff from Constantinople. Starting to take their capital area. 3 loyalists. Not that I need a council for anything, but still. Right. Chancellor, Voldemar. Would actually be a really good learning person. Because you're a ruler, you can't be. Right, so who doesn't like me? Not many. In fact, no one dislikes me. I think that Onfast is actually even more popular than Ingolmar was. We're making a massive profit even though we have all of our armies raised. It's kind of funny. I mean, I admit our army isn't huge, but we're still making a nice profit. We don't really need to fabricate claims, so dissent. Who do I want to weaken? Suomi. That's who I want to weaken. Because I think they'll be our next target. I think after the war is done, we'll create a new Jarl. I'll pay the money if I need to. Oh, there's a big army. Cool. They disappeared again. Why was I able to see that? Don't know. Oh, our army's just arrived. Word of an epidemic. We have received news of an epidemic in Altishar. The information is vague, but word is people are dying like flies and the fear of disease is spreading as fast as the affliction itself. Furthermore, the condition is reported irreversible as well as incurable, and the scattered records of the events are worrisome. With no source of evil revealed, people are turning to the gods and on each other to protect themselves from the contagion. Many call it a new plague. May Thor make all heathens suffer. Altishar. One of these buttons is epidemics. That one. Camp fever. Consumption. Camp fever. Black Death. The Black Death has arrived in 992. That's really early, I think. Maybe not. Probably isn't. Measles. That's a big consumption epidemic over there. Smallpox. Consumption. Thankfully, Scandinavia is pretty resistant to this type of stuff. It's too cold. At least historically that was the reason. Gidia, you are not a director. Do your own thing. I'm not going to suffer because of you. And there we go, 100%. Demand. Yes. Right, so how is the Catholic moral authority looking? Oh, it's 100. That is unfortunate. My own is 88. Why is mine relatively low? I mean, we could really do it taking Tholin and Paderborn just for the extra beefing up of it. I think most of it is just that I haven't been looting enough. More temples need to burn. Plus, I would quite like to go after Suomi. I mean, Suomi is already at war with someone else. It's a claim on Suomi, which Urho is winning right now. Unfortunately, Tholin. France would be a great holy war. That would not be a good thing because we are not in a position to win that yet, just because the Norse religion is not big enough to really, on their own, rival the Catholics. So we are getting more and more hold of the Germanic faith up here in Scandinavia, and we can start moving it after that. Part of the reason I want to go after the Suomi is because they are Suomensko, they're not Slavic, which means a different holy war. Catholicism spreading up here as well, which is problematic. Like, we want to try and keep ahead of Catholic because it's much easier to convert these guys than it is these guys. It's possible, but it's just easier. Alright, let's send you home. I think it is ready. About time that we go after Suomi. So if we were to declare war on you, can't do it because I have levies raised. Let's get rid of the levies, and then if I were to declare war on you, I mean, my problem is that the war might end as soon as the host takes it. Unless, of course, we can do enough damage quickly enough that we can take the whole thing ourselves. The other thing I promised to do was establish another duchy. Because we have a lot of vassals. How old am I? 55. Still have some breathing space. Let's have a look. De jure duchies. No, not de jure, I want direct vassals. That's the one I want. Right, so what areas could be condensed? Like, that's condensed. That's relatively condensed. Jomtland has a bit, you have a bit. We can condense some of this. I think that would be the most obvious. So yeah, we need to do some work in the middle here. So what de jure territory is this? Duchy of Bergslagen. Let's create that. Cost me 100 gold, but I think it's worthwhile. And who do we like the most out of these guys? You're in hiding, so not you. You're in jail, so not you. You're the only one who I don't actually hate. So we'll give you the Duchy of Bergslagen. Including the lower titles. And there we go. We are now under our vassal limit. And that is how you deal with that problem. Over time, you basically want to consolidate power in fewer and fewer centres in order to control it all. And how the hell did you take this land? I mean, we can just immediately launch another holy war and grab this, because this was owned by someone else, wasn't it? Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was. I'm not going to do a great holy war, because I don't want the whole of Scotland, I just want Norway. Yeah, that was owned by someone else. Who did you... You took it off Saxony, that's who it was. Well, thanks for making it easy for me. Your king just die as well. I have a feeling he did. West London, we apparently have no truce. Let's do it. Raise the armies again. So we just need our troops to come and reinforce up here in Nidaros, and then we can go after Burgunhus. I'd really like to take this off of Burgundy. I mean, we probably could take Burgundy. I mean, how strong are you? 4,000 men. You do have a pretty big army, admittedly. I think that you are a Klaus. You have a lot of kids. And then after this we'll need to invade Scotland again, I think. Saga's not one of my direct descendants, so I don't really care. Lots of people joined the war against us. Gwynedd, Maid, Uaran, Manu. Oh, those are all just vassals. Okay, so you've raised... Are you still a tribe? No way. You are. Interesting. Pictland's still tribal. That could potentially mean lots of very big prestige armies. However, I do have a secret weapon up my sleeve. These guys, who I can now hire. I mean, does hiring them make them stronger? I'm not sure. Wow, we have a strong berserker hunter in charge of them. This guy's going to be, yeah, amazing. War Chief Palatoki of the Joms Vikings. I really want to give you Jomsburg. Sorry, I want to give you Stettin. But Arnbjorn's got it right now. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode on this point. So thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Please do consider subscribing as well. If you have any tips or advice for me, please do let me know in the comments. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to hold there. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.